So now let's go ahead and understand the Azure service model. Multi-tenancy within a scalable and highly available cloud-based infrastructure forms the basis of Azure service model, a subscription model that dictates the level of access a subscriber has to Azure and the billing structure in place for the subscriber together define that subscriber's access to Azure service. So Azure service are primarily pay-per-use, with subscribers using different services and functionalities in Azure and paying for the cloud resources that these services and functionalities consume. When we talk about accounts and subscription, an Azure account determines how and to whom your Azure usage is reported. With a subscription, you can organize your access to your cloud services and resources. A subscription helps you to control how your resource usage is reported, billed, and paid for. Each of your subscription can have a different billing and payment setup. As a result, you can have different subscriptions and different plans by department, project, regional office, and other factors. When you are signing into Azure, you need to use two different types of IDs. Either it can be a Microsoft account, that is Live, Hotmail, etc. account, or you can have a work or a school account. So work or school accounts differ from Microsoft account because they are defined inside the Azure Active Directory. As a result, you have more options for managing this type of account. For example, you can configure them with multi-factor authentication, which requires users to enter additional information to verify their identities. Generally, you should use work or school accounts whenever you need to assign administrative access to Azure. Every Azure subscription is associated with an Azure Active Directory tenant that you can use to create the work or school accounts. Now let us move on to the pricing and the billing options. So there are 5 pricing options in Azure. You have pay as you go, buying from a Microsoft reseller, enterprise agreement. So pay as you go is an option which you can choose if you want a flexible pricing plan. You pay only for the services you use. You can cancel this subscription at any time. You can make payments by using credit or debit cards. It is important to know that usage quotas apply to this plan, including limits on cloud services, virtual machine storage in Azure Active Directory. Then you can go ahead and buy from a Microsoft reseller. So to work with same resellers from whom you currently purchase Microsoft software under the Microsoft Open License program, you can select this option as well. You must purchase Azure in open credits from your vendor. You can then activate your subscription by using those credits. You can apply Azure in open credit toward any Azure service that is eligible for monetary commitments when purchased online. So services that are not eligible for use with monetary commitments, such as Azure Rights Management Service or Azure Active Directory Premium, cannot be procured using Azure in open. And the final option you have is enterprise. So why was I saying 5 in the start? Was because inside these as well you have multiple options. For example, pay as you go only for compute resources, etc. So now let's talk about enterprise agreement. So this option is best suited for large organizations that sign an enterprise agreement and make an upfront commitment to purchase Azure services. Customers who select this option can use the Azure Enterprise Portal to administer their subscription. Microsoft bills these customers annually based on their service usage. So this basically makes it easier to accommodate unplanned growth as well. Now, apart from these purchase options, you have support plans provided by Azure as well. So you can also purchase support plans from Microsoft that provide varying level of support for your Azure environment. You have Developer, Standard, Professional, Direct, and Premium. The Developer plan is designed for test or non-production environment and includes all-day, everyday technical support for Azure with a minimum initial response time of less than 8 hours. Under standard support, the plan offers the same features as the developer plan and the initial response time is reduced to less than 2 hours. The Professional Direct plan is designed for organizations that depend on Azure for business critical applications and services, and it includes everything in the standard plan in addition to basic advisory services, pooled support account management, escalation management, and a minimum response time of less than 1 hour. The last support option is Premier, which is the highest level of support. It extends to all Microsoft products, including Azure. With Premier, you receive customer-specific advisory services, a dedicated support account manager, cloud service dependency mapping, on-site services, and a response time of less than 15 minutes, in addition to all the features included in Professional Direct. So these are some of the ways you can go ahead and have a support option available for you when you are hosting your services on the Azure platform. Now let us move on and try to understand other Azure resources. So Microsoft provides several resources that you can use to further manage and implement your Azure environment. You have Azure Marketplace, you have GitHub, and Azure Trust Center. So Azure Marketplace contains thousands of certified open source and community applications, as well as developer service that you can implement in Azure. You can download pre-configured virtual machines, developer tools, and a wide variety of applications and APIs. So again, when you all will start working on the Azure portal, the first thing that you will create is from the Azure Marketplace, as in when you click on the new button, it opens Azure Marketplace. From there you can select the resources and then move on to create them. The second option is GitHub. If some of you are developers, you might be aware of this particular resource, which is available for developers to host their code, share their code. It's an open source system wherein it acts as a storage capability and a resource sharing capability for developers to host and share their code. Now, GitHub basically contains APIs, software development kits, and open source projects uploaded and curated by Azure community. Developers can use GitHub resources in their Azure projects to save time and development effort and upload their own code for reuse by other Azure users. Then you have Azure Trust Center. The Azure Trust Center provides information and guidance around security, privacy, and compliance in Azure. It informs you about the various laws that Azure is compliant to and various laws which it is compliant to when it comes under the government data center services, which is only available right now at present in the United States of America. Now, after we have understood this, we will go on and see a demonstration of how we can work with Azure resources. In this demonstration, we will see how we can use Azure Marketplace, how we can use GitHub, and how do we go ahead and search for Azure Trust Center, wherein we can learn about the information and guidance around security, privacy, and compliance.